Hi everyone, and welcome back to Unscripted. For today's conversation, I want to talk about something quite personal. I have been I would say addicted to nicotine for the last almost 3 years. And this week, well, it's now into the second week, so I can't say that I've gone very far, but it feels like quite a win in a week where I've never felt um, this content in my resistance in giving it up. So I made the decision to give up nicotine, and I want to talk to you about two ways that have really helped me in giving it up. So the first way, and you might think from the title of this video that it's a clickbaity title. It is not. I used to be religious back in school, and I had quite a lot of faith. I went to church all the time. But when I moved to London from Zimbabwe about 8 years ago, that faith sort of got lost a little bit along the way. And so for the past 3 years, as I mentioned, I've been struggling a bit with nicotine addiction, and it has been mainly through the method of nicotine pouches. So where you put the pouch between your gum and your lip. And I have really felt for the last few months that it's got to a point where it's just become a really bad habit. It hasn't been controlling my life. It hasn't been ruining relationships or careers. It's just been something which I know I need to shake, and it's not good for the long term health in general. So what I did is last weekend I decided to go back to church, and I prayed. I prayed to God to help me give it up. And I have to say, this last week I have had the help of other therapies to help me quit. That being nicotine spray, so mouth spray. I never knew was a thing. You might not have known it was a thing, but it's felt like the thing that's most stuck. I'm at the point now where I only need one or two sprays a day, and that's in just a week. I have felt my mood hasn't shifted as it usually does when you try quit nicotine, as I have tried before, and I become a very unpleasant person to be around. So I felt that really helped. The other method that I've been trying, and so very distinct methods, and I feel like one is connected to the physical and one is more on the spiritual side, and maybe there's a combination between there that's been working. And as I say, my data is just 1 week, so I can keep you updated of how the next few weeks go, um, or hopefully few months and few years, and eventually not needing anything. The second is a method I came across on a podcast called The Imperfects, which I'm a huge fan of. And on there, Dr. Emily talks about the tip method. And in the context of the podcast, they're talking about it in the sense of um, how they have used it when you're feeling overwhelmed or anxious. And the tip method is temperature. So this is where they recommend submerging your face in like cold water. So like a plunge of cold water on the face, or if you can't, submerge your head underwater if you're at work or something, which I've been doing, is just grabbing a frozen bottle of water or cold bottle of water from the fridge or freezer and just putting it against the forehead. I found that really helps to reset, calm down. The next is I. So that's for intense exercise. So that's it could be as little as 10 minutes or 5 minutes, but a short burst of intense exercise, which gets the heart rate going, the blood pumping. What I've been doing is increasing the amount of workouts that I do at the gym, of not going to the actual gym and lifting weights, but fitness classes. I found those have really helped me with this whole refocusing of energy and my breathing, getting it much more increased. Speaking of breathing, the next one is paced breathing. So that is where you take deep breaths, take a moment to have deep breaths of resetting the nervous system. It's a common practice in meditation where you focus on your breathing and zone out of what's around you, and that could be helpful. That one I'm not too good at, as I'm not very good at sitting still, but hopefully I can get better at it over time. And the last P, so it's TIPP. The last P is a for paired module relaxation or paired muscle relaxation, where you isolate each muscle and squeeze them. So, for example, you start with your toes, squeeze your toes, squeeze your calves, tense them, relax them, then go to your thighs, tense, relax, to your bum, tense, relax, etc. throughout your body. I usually use this method to help me sleep, and I found it really is helpful. I've not been someone that's had trouble sleeping, except now with giving up nicotine, I feel as though it's been a little bit harder. And this final piece, so paired muscle relaxation, has really helped refocus that energy. Because I sometimes find, and maybe you find it too, but when I'm trying to go to sleep, I feel like my muscles are sort of taut, tight. So it's really a nice way to feel them and feel them relax, so you know they're relaxed and you can sleep. So those are the two things I wanted to share with you. I know that quitting nicotine comes in different forms for everyone. It is not going to be the same for you. The same methods I've tried are not going to work for you. So I really encourage you to consult with a doctor or therapist if you are looking to quit nicotine and find a way that works best for you. Personally, I just really wanted to share that with you. If you like this conversation, if you like what I've been sharing on my channel so far, please like, subscribe, comment, and feel free to send in any other topics you would like me to talk about on Unscripted. Thank you for listening in, and see you next time.